It's your boy DJ Akademiks, and now congratulations to OBLOCK savages. Yes, your fuckery, your coonery, your constant killing and pumping poison into your own community has finally paid off. You have won the Savage Championship. Now for the Coon Olympics, you've gotten gold. Now what am I talking about? Today on the front page of the Chicago Sun-Times, it reads that OBLOCK, and if you don't know OBLOCK, it's to me. Well, I know, to be honest, I don't give a fuck about any of these blocks anyway. I call them all coon blocks. However, Chief Keef definitely made this block legendary when he was chanting it in a demonic way over all his hit songs. So, OBLOCK is something we've been hearing about for a while now. Chicago Sun-Times say, listen, this notorious stretch of Southside real estate owned by coons has been notorious for violence. Now, they prey upon each other, and more kids are birthed into the cycle. That's the war in Chirac. And it's one of the places where they're saying that Michelle Obama originated around that area. So they're showing the stark difference of how we could have a flower coming out of the dirt filled with all types of pesticides and, of course, shit. Now, they're saying, hey, listen, young men in hoodies and low-riding jeans gathered together in courtyards staring down strangers because you know why. They're trying to get a coon pack. They say mothers hurry past holding tight to their little hands as they shuttle between the neighborhood school and the safety of their apartments. I told y'all, the first Chirac commandment, don't lack. Thou shalt not lack. So when you're not, if you're not in a position to make sure you're not lacking, make sure you're hiding. If you're not lacking, you better be hiding. Now, they're saying that gang members gave OBLOCK its name after there was and this is news to me because I don't know what the fuck, because constantly I hear these Negroes talking about a bunch of demonic shit. Listen, there's no fucking Wikipedia pages on these fucking coons. Let's get this straight. So when somebody gets in the comments section like, how don't you know about this? Because I don't give a fuck. Now, for example, somebody's like, oh, he's smoking a Tuka pack, and I said it once, I'm like, who the fuck is Tuka? Because everybody been smoking on this motherfucker. Now, somebody told me, how don't you know that? He's a legend. He got, I'm thinking, what does that really mean in this grand scheme of shit? But anyway, let's get back to it. Apparently, they're saying, OBLOCK. The name was derived from a 20-year-old gang member named O.D. Perry, and he was gunned down just around the corner on a summer's night in 2011. Now they're saying his killer was a female gang assassin, a serial killer. Oh, they don't list a name here, but the only serial killer that's female that I've talked about in Chirac is, what was his name, Kai, or what they call it, Little Snoop? Was it K.I., whatever it is? Yeah, that terrorist. Now, I don't know if that's the person that killed him, but if I'm going to draw conclusions, because they don't list the name, that's the person I would say. Now, they're saying he was one of the 19 people shot on OBLOCK between June 2011 and also June 2014, which makes OBLOCK the most coonish and dangerous block in Chirac, which means in a period of 3-year period, they've been shooting the most niggas. Now, it goes on to say a whole bunch of shit, and I'll actually link the article because I really have no time for this type of fuckery. But they're saying that these guys, they celebrate this stuff, they wait for this stuff, they wake up for this stuff. Like my passion in life is to be a very successful media personality, right? These guys, their passion in life is at least to get 10 bodies. Right? Niggas trying to get a triple-double by any means necessary, right? Niggas want to get 10 bodies and then go to jail for at least over 25 years and then come back and get 10 more. That's just how niggas are. Well, not niggas. That's how coons are, because coons prey on their own community. Anyway, you guys could go check this out, man. I really could give two fucks about this. I'm reading it, and most of these guys that they're talking about, the articles are talking about, they're deceased. They're deceased. I mean, fine, you're a block legend, but you are deceased. Which means while other people might look up to you, and this is a trend in Chirac, dying is a trend. If you're not trying to plan to live a long, prosperous life, if you don't look at people who are successful, having a lot of money, you see them on TV all the time, flaunting it in your face, and no matter what situation you came from, if you're not trying to do that, and this is what you want to be, go ahead and do you. I'm gonna stay far the fuck away from you. Believe me. But when I look at all this stuff, I'm like, yo, this shit is just ridiculous, man. Completely ridiculous. And now I've always heard people like, well, you didn't grow up like them. And this is, and when it comes to my podcast, I'm going to really go into this mentality, but people say, well, you didn't grow up like them. Are you telling me, and for everybody listening, I want you to comment and really respond to me. I'm going to read all your comments. Are you telling me I'm a kid that grew up in the countryside of Jamaica? We had two channels on TV. We didn't have fucking everything. Two channels. The only time we had even slight, was there even, I don't even think we had internet. We're working on, the only computers were at school, DOS machines. Like, it's not even an operating system. It's like, I guess it was kind of like Microsoft. It's like DOS. But not only that, most people around my neighborhood never had running water. Most people definitely lived off livestock and also lived off fruits and trees that they grew themselves. So people walked barefoot to school daily in the pelting sun. If you could take a taxi to school, you were pretty fortunate. There was actually definitely no type of a school bus. There was no real system in place. And I'm talking about Jamaica if you haven't known. But the political structure in Jamaica says that if you didn't, because they get the breakdown after each election, if you didn't vote for them, they don't give a fuck about you. Which means my town usually fell in the list of towns that didn't support the party that was ruling for so long. So when it came to like running phone lines, yes, there was no phone lines. There was one public phone in the whole community. They ran phone lines until they got to my town. They skipped it and went to the town that was actually voting for them. It's a lot of fraud. It's a lot of manipulation. So if you're talking about how did somebody grow up, and admitted, my mom made it over here, got me over here, and I was able to, seeing the opportunity I get, no matter how fucking poor I was like, yo, I could really do this. I'm like, with the opportunities here that weren't, it's not even like, oh, because they like to say, oh, well, these guys are so poor, they can't do this. Yo, when you're in Jamaica and you could see nothing, when I mean nothingness, and it's not even that you just aren't, the people is so primitive, and not even like primitive because I love my country, but you live in a rural area, that's all you know. And to say that somebody that lives in a major city in the U.S., they're having it that hard that they have to commit murders? They have to do this and I don't understand? Nigga, get the fuck on out of here. Listen, nobody's born, especially if you're black, you're not born with no silver spoon in your mouth. And if you expect it to be, that's where you fucked up in the beginning. I learned to work, and I'm still working. I'm trying to be a media personality that's very successful, and I do it every day. And if you think everything is easy, the amount of work I put in, you would be astonished. So when these guys over here sitting and making excuses, talking about people are putting them in the positions they are, I'm like, get the fuck on out of here, man. Listen, I'm still trying to get it every day, and I'm putting in the work. So if you're not doing that and you're trying to do the other fuckery, fuck you. That's it. It's your boy DJ Akademiks, man. Get in the comment box. I'm out.